All right, hi everybody, we're back having a look at the bra. So as you can see here, what I've done now is I started the other side. I've stitched, I did the exact same thing where I folded underneath and I stitched all along the wire. So you can see the original trim is still part of the bra. Now, I did select a bra that was pretty old, and when we look in the back side here, you can see like it's pretty floppy. It doesn't have a whole lot of girth to it. That's okay. I'm going to fix that afterwards. So like if you've got a base and it seems floppy, that's all right. We can fix that. So these are out of, I don't know, sports bra that I bought. I have so many pairs of these things. It's ridiculous. So I picked one that fits nicely inside the cup, and we'll be filling that in to help take care of the shape of the cups afterwards. So I did go ahead and finished this other side, the original one that we started, and then I wanted to do the other side, get it up to par, kind of get it up to the same level of completion, and then show you what I do for the rest of it. So I started pinning around the inside, because this is the hardest part to get the fabric to stretch. Now the stretch velvet here I'm using, it does have a little bit of a stretch to it one way. So when I go to fill the cup out afterwards, it's still going to look quite nice. It's not going to look like, you know, all shriveled and crumply like that. So I pin on the front side, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to come along, and probably starting from the inside again, and see where this is folded over here. I'm going to cut away some of this excess corner stuff. Like I can see that I'm not going to need all of this stuff here. So I'm just going to cut that off, and you want to do it in a bit of a curve. There we go. So then when I start putting this around, good. So I'm just going to do like a real simple stitch, and then when we get to this juicy part up here with all the folds, you can see I've kind of placed a couple of pins on the front, helping me to understand where I want the creases to line up on my bra, and I'm trying to get them kind of in this angled way out, ruched up to the side, where I'll probably put a little embellishment there. Okay, so again, we want to get our thread, pull it out, don't know where my needle is, should have checked that out first, there it is. Lick the end of that thread there to make sure that it doesn't have any real loose ends popping out. Remember, don't hold it too far away from the edge. You can see how the thread is pretty floppy. You want to, get it through the hole. Are you still through the hole? Yep, good. Neat, neat, neat. Ah, come on. And there you go. I don't do that other weird thread rolling thing. I have seen it. I haven't actually tried it. Okay. So remembering that we use a double thread, don't ever stitch anything important with a single thread. Your thread will probably break. Little easy knot here. So to get it away from the black background, we're going to hook it around a finger, make yourself a loop. This piece comes in through the hole, slide it through, and give it a pull. I'm just going to trim the, I'm actually going to make a double knot on here. Just because when you're stitching things, that single knot can sometimes pull right through the fabric. So when I do the double knot, I just slide that extra knot kind of down inside. Okay, so I'll do the first couple of stitches slow, and then you can see how it goes after that. You'll have to watch me in super fast speed. Another thing I constantly do is press this out, making sure that I'm not pulling it too far. Now my pins are going to help immensely, like immensely, to hold the fabric in place. And another thing we want to make sure that we do is actually getting a piece of the bra behind when we start our stitching. Good. So I'm just doing like a real simple straight in, bring it around. And because we're not doing anything real special here, you'll want to make sure that you keep pulling so that, like if you look on this side here, I didn't want the fabric to squish all up in there, and as you pull the thread, it might squish up pretty good on you. Okay, so back around here, back we go, doot. Okay, it's getting to a point where I have to do a knot, so to show you what I do there, wherever your thread most recently popped out of, let's see, I don't want it quite that high up, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit farther. Take a little bit of fabric right close to where your thread came out. You're going to just pull the needle through and then pop the back end of the needle in through the loop and pull. I like to do that twice. If you have too much fabric, you're not going to get a good knot. And then I just stitch in and make the end of the thread a little further away. Okay, sorry about that. I had to stop the video, have myself a little coughing hacking session. And I have knotted off, rethreaded, and off we go again to start the end of covering the bra. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, just making sure this is still coming up. Yes, it is. I'm actually kind of excited for this little black velvet bra. I've got the most gorgeous, nice big skirt I'm going to wear it with. See if I can't get my Sherry Mackintosh to cover herself a black velvet bra. For all I know, maybe she has already. Yeah, Sherry Berry, quite contrary. She's somewhere around here. She's one of the instructors at the studio. Okay. So as you can see, like, this is not pretty on the back side. Like, it just isn't. And it never is. It's a costume. That's fine. Doesn't need to be pretty. Okay, this is where I'm going to start pulling out my pins and doing some of this improv. Okay, so that's coming down here and needs to be attached into the top end of the bra. Okay, so that will hold there. Now I need my second crease, and I'm going to pull that right about there. Just going to fold it over. Or not. So the other thing to keep in mind with stretch velvet is it is quite slippery. I'm not too sure what happened to my first little crease there, but that's all right. That will all fix itself after. And if it doesn't, whatever, I'll cover that up with something else. Okay, so just really trying to tack down that corner as it comes over. Make sure I'm leaving lots of stretch on the back side as we just come around to finish this. Keep flopping over and it's pissing me off. So I'm going to pop a pin over here. There. There, see? Oh, it holds it good. Let's see if that looks good on the other side. Good enough for this cowgirl. I guess I ain't no cowgirl, but all right. be lucky if I get one knot in here. I am going to have to come back. Well, this kind of sucks. Okay, so when you go too far, then this might happen to you. You're like, oh my god, what happens if there's not enough thread and I can't pull it through the pin? Well, you're going to need to clip that as close as you can and try and get your fingers to do the tiniest of tiny knots. And make sure you do too. Just like tying your shoe. Don't do one, it'll just come undone. Ha. Okay, need more thread, finish it off. I'll finish that off after, but you can see always put your pins away. You don't want to have miscellaneous pins everywhere. They end up on the floor, the cats take them out, and then you step on it, and that sucks. Okay, so essentially, I've got this black velvet covered bra. Yeah, there's some fuzz and some shit on it, but who cares? Clean that off after. So once I fix this little corner over here, and I'm just going to really tack that down. Maybe I don't even need to by the time I put the other stuff in here. My two pads, I went through a big pile of them. I picked the ones that fit the best. And I'm going to take the curved edge and put it at the bottom. I'm going to line it up inside the underwire. And then once the cup stretches around it, we'll see that it will actually sit inside all of the edges. Okay, so our last video ended a little bit abruptly. I kind of ran out of battery power. So, yeah, not just battery, but also memory space. So I cleared a whole bunch of crap off and we're good to go again. So, we had talked about finishing the stitching and fixing the cup shapes afterwards. So just to show you, I just wanted to show you that these pads are going to fit inside here. I'm only going to stitch the three sides and leave the tops open so that afterwards I can come in and actually fill and stuff a little bit if I need some lift. So I just wanted to quickly show you that part before we end part 2 and move into part 3. Because yeah, once we start stitching and putting a bunch of stuff on the top, then what I end up doing is I'm going to take these pads off, so if I need to stitch all the way through the cup I can, and then after I'm done the surface and making it pretty here, then I'm also going to put the pads in underneath afterwards. So the next video is going to be part 3, and the first thing we'll do is focus on strap style. I'll get the straps on, as well as putting on whatever I'm going to have on the sides. This is in case I wish to decorate those when I'm decorating my bra. You don't want your straps to look like they were an add-on piece afterwards. We want it all to have a very cohesive appearance. So there we have it. Beautiful, lovely black velvet bra. It's going to go with a big gorgeous skirt, and we'll see what else I can do with it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. And remember, please subscribe below if you haven't already, and share stuff with your friends in case anybody else likes to make stuff and dress up. Okay, take care, everybody. Love you.